And we've got the Vikings leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Vikings and the Bears, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm... The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Now a handoff to Charbonnet. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete. Brings up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. On the right hash. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice, because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy who's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Bears at 7-4 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
You look at this defense for the Vikings. And they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes. See if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And he's got it to about the 40. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. And remember, the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd down and 6 now. A give up the middle to Johnson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. Securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there. No fear there in the middle of the field. They'll look to throw here on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective. What's that? That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Hey, check mega.
Back to throw again. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies running? And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. The numbers for Addison in last week's ball game. 6 catches, 134 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong. Takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And no return here. Where will they spot him? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready?
Now back to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field. Now this one was tight end out on the right side. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now Coach coaches want him to catch the football first.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So a chance to breathe easier now. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second and 11. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured bear on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this. The end zone.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Ready?
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's man. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Blaster, 6. Red, yellow. Ultra.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. On play action, they'll throw.
Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
On the give, here's Charbonnet.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Hardman on the return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And that will come the offense as they take over. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Come on, set.
3rd and 19.
Hey, go Fury. Ready?
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Ready?
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
That is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
A 50-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now and 13-3. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football, something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Hey, check that. Alert, oh.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Sliding out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Check, Panther. Gravity Lions.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He lets one go deep for Addison.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sand. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he fields it cleanly. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the 1st.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the... and finish this one off.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hut.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown, Bears! Tyler Scott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Vikings.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Check, check.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Complete to number 17.
Let's go
It's
now.
a gain of 6. First down, Minnesota.
They're going to look to throw. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Quickly to Addison here.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Charbonnet is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Harris. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Runs up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will close the gap down to 14.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Come on, set.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he will have the Bears 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And now out comes Minnesota.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st. Now a give, running left is Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. They'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Now back to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring about a sack back at the 16-yard line. A big win there defensively on second and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up third.
On the go. Ready, go.
On play action, they'll throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That'll be caught. It's Scott. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Scott.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back.
Ready?
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Bears are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
On the double. All right, go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Smack. Ready?
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! From a yard out. And the Bears are able to widen their advantage.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Here we go.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. He'll look to throw.
He gets it to Addison.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Vikings first down.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Back to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw again.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They'll look to throw now on first down.
And this one too low.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, it would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Back to throw here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. But what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Chicago, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.